Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be doing a little bit of a life update. I have had a lot of things going on this week, and so I wanted to just catch you guys up on what's been going on and the huge decisions that were made. I'm sure you can tell from the thumbnail. Also, I am so sorry that my video didn't go up last week. I already filmed this, but for some reason with the last version of this that I filmed, I had a glitching issue. This has only happened to me one other time before, and I was on Apple support for the longest time that first time trying to figure it out, and they literally had like no idea. They ended up telling me to just copy and paste the entire thing into a new file, and that ended up working. I tried that with this one like 7 or 8 times uploading, and it literally was glitching still so much. And if you've ever uploaded a video to YouTube 7 to 8 times, it's like 7 to 8 hours. Like, it was a lot and it sucked. I have no idea why it wasn't working. If anyone has any idea about that type of thing and why it would be glitching, the video is perfectly fine in iMovie, but then once I upload it to YouTube, it has small frames where it's just like completely pixelized and kind of warped. It's really weird. I have no idea why it's doing that, but I'm really hoping that it won't happen again with this footage that I'm redoing. I'm gonna be really annoyed if it freaking gets warped again. If you see any warped bits in here, I'm so sorry. It means that it happened again and my computer is trying to kill me. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, I just wanted to tell you guys about what's been going on in my life. The first big thing on the agenda today is talking about nursing school. Since the beginning of the application process, everyone always told us
they release all of the declined or accepted emails on a Friday. That's always how they do it. It's always been how they do it, and so that's what's gonna happen when you apply.
And so it being the 14th of October on a Monday, I was not expecting to get the acceptance email, but they sent out the email, and at the very beginning it was talking all about how difficult the application process was and how hard it was for them to make the final decisions. And I was freaking out a little bit. I was like, did I just not get in or something? Like, what's going on? It ended up being good news. On the second line it said, congratulations, you have been accepted to the Sinclair School of Nursing class of 2021. And I was so excited. I immediately texted all of my family to let them know, and I got so many phone calls and so many messages congratulating me. It was just so nice to get to hear from all my family and friends, because they all know that I've been trying to get into nursing school and preparing for nursing school for a while now, and it was really nice to get to talk to all my family members about it and how excited I am. But that joy was cut a little bit short because I ended up finding out on that exact same day that I had to study abroad pronto. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a backstory before I go in depth. As a kid, I lived in Mexico because my dad's family live in Mexico, and so for about a year, when I was 8 years old, I lived there and we went to school there. And I'm not sure exactly if I was fluent, but we became pretty knowledgeable in Spanish, and we ended up moving back after about a year just because my sister was falling a little bit behind because she was the oldest of all of us, so the transition from English to Spanish was pretty difficult for her. So my family decided that it was best for us to move back to the States, and when we moved back, we all missed it so much, and I just knew that I wanted to be fluent in Spanish. My dad has a lot of family that live here from Mexico, and them and all of their kids are completely fluent in Spanish because all of them married Hispanic people, and because of that they really had just a completely bilingual household, and that's really different from my household. We do speak some Spanish, but it's definitely not an intense level or an advanced level at all. Because my mom doesn't speak Spanish, we really never had that opportunity to become fluent in Spanish, and I always kind of felt lesser than my cousins and stuff because it was kind of seen as like, why don't your kids know Spanish? All of their family knows Spanish, they should know Spanish. But because my dad was always gone so much working a ton of jobs, we were never around the language enough to pick it up as kids. So now I am not, obviously I'm not good at Spanish, but I am definitely not fluent. I took a trip to Peru this summer, and it really helped me gain some confidence in my Spanish knowledge because I was really one of the main people helping translate for the people who didn't know any Spanish to the patients and just other people in the community who spoke only Spanish. So that was really nice to get to translate and feel a little bit better about my level of knowledge. It really just sparked it in me again to know that studying abroad is something I really want to do. I actually had planned to minor in Spanish whenever I first began college, but my advisor kind of advised me against it because of how intense it would have made my first 2 years of college. I would have had the maximum amount of credits instead of the normal 13-14 hours that freshmen usually take in their first couple semesters. And because all of my scholarships are so academically sensitive as to the grades that I get, I really wasn't willing to commit to the maximum level of credits because I was terrified that it was going to mean that I lost my scholarships and I wouldn't have everything covered for anymore. Because my grant covers my dorm, my tuition, and my meal plan. It really is an all-in-one kind of grant, and losing that would just be detrimental to my school. Kind of out of fear, I decided not to minor, even though I kind of regret it now. I think that it was the best decision just because of how stressed out it would have made me, and so I decided not to minor, but I knew that studying abroad was the thing that I couldn't let go of and that I needed to make sure I did. So I ended up emailing my advisor, and she told me about the two options that I have. I decided to defer my acceptance to the nursing school, and instead of beginning in January, I'm actually going to be moving to Spain in January to study abroad. It's literally so crazy, and it still doesn't feel real yet because it feels so far away in like the span of days that I have, but it really is not that far. It's pretty close, which is kind of terrifying. I'm going to be taking classes there in English and Spanish, so it's definitely going to be a very big change trying to learn that much Spanish and also take courses on top of it, but I really hope that it helps with my Spanish and makes me feel more confident in the language by being completely submerged in it and having to speak Spanish. Ooh, I forgot to tell you guys about why I can even afford to study abroad. So I have a specific grant that because I'm Pell Grant eligible and because I'm in the honors college at Mizzou, I get everything covered, including my tuition, my meal plan, and my room through grants and scholarships, and that is so amazing. I really had just kind of thought that I was gonna have to have student loans on top of student loans in college because my parents couldn't really help me out with such a big investment, so I just kind of came to terms with the fact that I'm gonna have student debt like crazy. But this grant has given me something that I really thought I would never have the opportunity to have, and
because they cover oh my god.
And because they cover all of my costs here at Mizzou, they also will cover study abroad costs. The whole idea of the grant is that it covers the estimated financial need of any person attending Mizzou. There's like a chunk sum of how much it's estimated to cost to attend Mizzou, and that's how much they cover. So if Alicante were to be more expensive or something, I would have to cover that difference, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be cheaper than Mizzou, which is really nice because I can use that excess funding to help cover my plane ticket and my toiletry stuff that I'm going to need to buy the whole time I'm there. And all of this grant information only applies as long as I haven't gained my bachelor's. So throughout my entire 4 years, it's up to 10 semesters that I can get covered by this grant. I'm so grateful for it, and I really have to make sure that I'm always working hard to keep up with all the requirements GPA wise. But because of this grant, it will cover almost all of my fees for this study abroad trip, and that is something that I'm never gonna get except for now. So I knew that it was important for me to do it before I've graduated, and I'm really nervous though because of the fact that this is going to be the longest I've ever been away from my family or friends, and it's also going to be the first time I've ever flown without Logan or Emma or a family member, and it's definitely going to be a big change, but I'm excited for it, and I hope that it really helps with my independence and stuff because I'm really going to have to depend on myself. And I've also recently just found out Logan's birthday was this past weekend, and for his birthday his parents have said that they're going to pay for him to come visit me in Spain, and I cannot believe it because I was really upset about the fact that I was going to be apart from Logan for so long. It wouldn't have been that terrible because he used to go to a college that was a couple hours away and we really didn't see each other that often, but I'm so happy that he's going to be there in March or so, which is right in the middle of my trip. It's definitely going to be the little reunion that I need to make me feel like I can make it through the 5 months without him, and I'm so excited that he's getting to come. His parents are so awesome, and I can't believe that they're willing to give him this trip, and I cannot wait for him to get to come see me. With studying abroad and applying to nursing school, I found out that I'm really not going to have to reapply. I'm just going to tell them that I'm applying and I'll be an automatic acceptance, and I won't have to interview or turn in a resume or anything like that, which is really nice. I'm trying to talk slower in my videos because I was editing and getting annoyed by myself because I talk so freaking fast. So I'm gonna try to be better. Making this decision was really hard just because of the fact that beginning the clinical major in January meant that I will be in classes with all of my friends, every single class, all the time, and I'll graduate a semester early. But because I'm deferring, I'm gonna be a semester behind. It's not actually behind because I was accepted into the nursing school a semester early, but now I'm gonna be with the people who are like 2022, people who graduated at the same time as me instead of a semester early. I still have some friends that are in that semester, but it's definitely just gonna be different to get used to not having every class with Emma and just getting to like experience all of that with her. But I'm really excited for this. Being fluent in Spanish is something that I've wanted for my entire life. Even before I knew that I wanted to be a nurse, I knew that fluency in Spanish was really like one of the biggest goals in my life. I really hope that through this trip I can learn so much. I feel like I'm asking too much of the trip to think that I can become fluent, but that would really be my end goal, and I really hope that I can get as close as possible to fluency, if not fluent. So I'm leaving at the very beginning of January, right after Christmas, and the first month of me being there is going to be an intensive language course that they automatically enroll everyone in. You take a placement exam in order to be chosen, and then they put you in the level that you're at. I am so excited for this experience, and I cannot believe that it's happening. But I've been trying to get all of the preliminary stuff done. Like, I've been doing my visa application, and I had to apply to the mizzou version, so I had to write an essay, get a letter of recommendation, and do a bunch of paperwork stuff so that I can get my visa in time. Today I'm actually going to take my visa photo so that I can put it on the little square that you need it on, and then I will have everything turned in today, which is so nice because it really stresses me out not having everything finished. So I'm excited to be done with it all and just ready for the next steps in the process of studying abroad. But it's really exciting. I was so stressed out this past week because I had so much stuff to do. Everything is due this Wednesday, but last week I was really rushing to get everything done because I decided in such a short amount of time. But I'm excited that it all happened and that I'm able to even do this. I still can't believe it, and I keep like thinking about it and being like, it kind of just feels like something that you're making up, because I keep thinking about like meeting my host family and meeting friends there, meeting people going on the trip, and it just kind of feels like something I'm making up in my head that's not actually gonna happen. So it's really gonna be insane when it gets that close that things are actually happening. But I have never been so happy that I made my YouTube channel than I am now, because I know this is going to be one of the best experiences of my life, and I cannot wait to take you guys along with me. It's going to be so crazy, and I know that I'm going to have so much stuff that I want to film and take photos of, so I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And if you want to see more of it, definitely subscribe, because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming your way from Spain. I cannot wait to introduce you guys to my friends that I hopefully make, and my host family, and just to get to see all of the stuff that I do there. And I think it'll be a really cool way to get to show my family what's going on and to let them keep up with me, because there's such a time difference that I don't know how often I'm going to be calling them and stuff. That's also an aspect I am so nervous about, the fact that there's a time difference and they have different outlets. I'm scared for traveler's diarrhea. Those are really the only things that I wanted to tell you guys in this live update. I just wanted to update my family and friends because I know it's a lot easier for you guys to watch my video than for me to just talk to so many people to tell them what's going on. And I really hope that you enjoyed my video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more of the content that I post building up to studying abroad and the entirety of when I am in Spain. It's going to be so exciting, and I'm really happy that I get to bring you guys along with me and that you'll get to see what it's like. Maybe it'll inspire one of you guys to study abroad by seeing the type of things that I get to do. If you want to follow me in any of my social medias, I'll put them up on the screen here, and then I'll also link them down below for you. I really like getting to have these just sit down talks with you guys, and I hope that you enjoy it too. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! We're 1 week closer to Spain.